back to the Rokaja K-pop channel. I'm your host for today, Kyle Kelly, but everyone will call me. And as you can see, my setup's a little bit different today. I'm here with Roman. Me and him, we've just seen the 2020 Mama Awards nominees and stuff like that. So we thought we'll sit down, we'll write down or at least I'll write down my picks of who I think should win each category. And yeah, we're pretty much just gonna go through them there. Like, there are a lot of good and hard choices in this year's list. Before we go any further, I just gotta pick this bone. In 2020 or 2021, something like that, they had the fan choice of like top 10 worldwide fan choice top 10, and EXO was robbed. They were 10th in the live votings, and they got robbed by Mamamoo. So that needs to be known before we continue. But yeah, Roman, talk to us. What are we doing today?
So basically, guys, we're just going to do a run through of all of the categories that we have today. So I think there's about 16 to 20 or something like that. So we're probably going to go through, like, maybe the more boring categories.
Over 95% of you guys watching this video right now are subscribed to the channel. To me, that's crazy. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It'd be a very big favor to us. Like I said, we're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Help us out with that. Back to the video.
We're going to start up with Best OST. We have 5 nominees. We have Draw by 10 centimeters, Jimin, what is this song called? With You by Jimin and Ha Sung Woon. We got Love Maybe by Mellow Mance, Christmas Tree by V, Your Existence by Weinstein. So what are your thoughts, Caleb?
Just before we actually run through the thoughts, the shows for those ones, the OSTs are in order of how Roman said it was: Our Beloved Summer, Our Blues, A Business Proposal, Our Beloved Summer again, that's 2 for them, and 25-21. Now, I actually I've seen 2 of the shows. I'm yet to start Our Beloved Summer and Our Blues. I've still listened to the songs, so like, I'm not I don't know what the songs are. In my opinion, I think, based on what I believe the best song is, I have to give it to Mellow Mance, Love Maybe. I think that song, oh man, it incites emotion out of me. Whenever I hear it, when I watch the show, every time I heard it, I was like, it hit me in the feels. Like, just straight up, it hit me in the feels. So I'll definitely give it to that. I think Weinstein's Your Existence is a close second for me. It was literally like, I listened to all of the songs again, like, quickly. And I was like, I heard Weinstein's song first, and I was like, oh, this is the song, 100%. Then when I got onto Love Maybe, I was like, oh, sorry, Weinstein. I love you. I love the latest song you did with Joy. I loved it. It was gangsta ass. But I have to go with Mellow Mance, Love Maybe. I think that would be my final choice. I'll be happy if either one wins. So yeah, that'll be pretty good. What about you, Roman? What did you choose?
To be honest, I actually haven't watched. I think I've maybe watched one OST this year. I haven't watched any of these OSTs with some of these songs, but I have listened to Christmas Tree by V. I've heard it a little bit from my mum playing it, but yeah, that's probably my pick. I don't have much, background knowledge about all of these songs, but I'll probably choose Christmas Tree by V.
Fair enough. I think yeah, these are, in our opinion, these are the more boring. I think the first 4 we have here, pretty much the most boring ones for us. There's not really much explanation to have with them. So we're just going to roll into the next one, that being Best Collaboration. The nominees in that one, as we can see on the Sompi app, website, sorry. The Best Collaboration nominees are 10cm and Big Naughty with Just 10 centimeters. We got Crush and J-Hope with Rush Hour. We got Loco Hwasa with Somebody. We have Psy and Sugar with That, and we have Wooin J and Minoi. I apologize for the bad pronunciation. With Ghosting. Now, all of these songs, again, we both listened to, or I gave it a quick glance. But Roman, start us off with this one. What do you think? Give us your thoughts on this category.
Well, I definitely think there were like a lot of better collaborations like this year, but just out of the the nominees, I'll definitely choose Somebody by Loco and Hwasa. That, I don't know, there's something about Loco and Hwasa. I feel like they should just get married. Like, at this point, they might as well just get married, because they just make banger music when they're like together. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Somebody by Loco and Hwasa.
It is hard to deny that take. Like honestly, whenever I see them together, they seem like they're together. Like honest. But yeah, I've gone in a little bit of a different direction to you. I actually went with Crush and J-Hope. I went with Rush Hour. Like just a little preface before we continue. We don't know each other's lists. We literally told each other don't like tell each other what we're doing. Keep it a surprise so that just in case you guys thought we may know each other's. But no. Yeah, Crush and J-Hope, I think that song was actually pretty good. I actually liked it. It seemed really fun. Like, I gave it I listened to it once and then didn't really pick it up again. But then I just recently listened to it again, and then today just a little refresher. And yeah, 100%, I think that song is super fun. Again, close with Hwasa and Loco, and also pretty close with Psy and Sugar. That song is also pretty fun. However, I think I like Crush a little bit more than I like Psy, and I think J-Hope and Sugar are sort of the same, so it's not really a person bias. It's more of I prefer the song. So I think in all honesty, I would vote for Crush and J-Hope. I wouldn't be surprised if any other thing wins, because honestly, they're all pretty decent songs.
So we'll head on to the next category. So we got Best Hip Hop and Urban Music. So the nominations we have are Counting Stars by B.O. We have Beyond Love by Big Naughty. We have More by J-Hope, Gandara by J Park, and Freak by Zico. So for me, personally, I definitely think there was, I'm going to say this again, but I definitely think that there were more like better hip-hop R&B songs. But I would choose Gandara by J Park and IU, definitely. Such a just like groovy beat. And I just like how IU just like has like her subtle vocals, and J Park, he has like such a good singing voice. Like he's like low-key underrated like at singing. So I'll probably choose Gandara. Don't have much background on the other songs. J-Hope More, but honestly that song is garbage. I don't even care about these BTS stands, bro. Bro, that song is so bad, honestly. Anyways, Caleb, what's your choice?
Yeah, I think in all honesty, I'm gonna have to go with the same answer. Like I think that song's genuinely the best in that list. I think all of them except for J-Hope's song, I agree, is decent songs. Like they actually, they're quite good. I think some of them are pretty good, some of them are pretty decent, and then they have J-Hope's More, which literally chuck it in the bin. But yeah, J Park again, like you said, I think I agree with the being underrated in terms of vocals. Like he definitely has a really nice singing voice, and like I think he gets overlooked for that sometimes. I feel like sometimes people do recognize it, but for the most part, a lot of people actually seem to downplay him when it comes to vocals. And then IU, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of IU, that's only just because of Scarlet Heart, honestly. I think she was stupid in their program, but as a talent, she's like, you could say she's second to none in terms of talent. Yeah, so them two combined, they've done it a few times, and pretty much every time it's been pretty good. So like, it's hard to look past them in this category. I think looking at the category, it's very, very clearly J Park and IU. I think a close second would probably be Zico. I think he's very wildly talented as well, and quite underrated, given the fact that of how vastly talented he is. Yeah, like I think that's a clear winner. So we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll into the next one. That being starting to get into the fun categories, which is we're gonna start with Best New Female Artist. Now, Best New Female Artist has 6 nominations. That being IVE, Kepler, LE SSERAFIM, New Jeans, NMIXX, and Yena or Choi Yena. Roman, let us know your thoughts on this one.
Ooh, man, this list is actually pretty crazy, eh? Like, quite a few really, really good nominations. Man, I just have mixed emotions because, like, I would like to say I stand most of those groups. But in terms of like just being the best new female artist, oh, that's hard. Damn, I was going to say my answer, but I think I'm going to have to go with IVE. Like, I think they've just like they've come into this K-pop scene. They brought out 11, which is like a banger song, and then they came out with Love Dive, which was more like, it was kind of like creepy, like I don't know, there's some sort of like creepy like vibe that I got from that song. But then they came out with Afterlife, which they're just like, all three songs are just like so different, which I think like makes them like such a better group because they're like bringing out different types of music. So I think I'll choose IVE for my best new female artist. What about you?
Fair enough, fair enough. I think IVE would probably be second on my list. Me personally, I went with LE SSERAFIM. I think in my opinion, their debut, has to be debut of the year. For me personally, I actually don't know if that's a category later on. If it is, forgive me for spoiling that. But no, yeah, if you check depending on when one of us edit this and when it comes out, you may have seen the catch up I did, and I said LE SSERAFIM is very, very close to being in my top 5 in terms of girl groups. So I think it's pretty fair for me to say LE SSERAFIM. I think Anti-Fragile, while it's very creative and it's not very similar to many songs. It is very, very good. I don't think it's as good as Fearless. I think Fearless is arguably one of the better songs this year. I think LE SSERAFIM have carried themselves very well after losing a member. Sad. Yeah. It's actually sad that I feel bad for groups that lose a member because, you know, they get the I feel like sometimes they get more of a negative stigma to them. So them losing a member and then coming back with Anti-Fragile, but still being very, very cool. Like cool as a song. I think they're definitely gonna get my vote. They're a group that I think are gonna have a big future and hopefully a long future. Yeah, I think overall it's pretty good. I think LE SSERAFIM did well. I'd give IVE the runner-up, and then the rest of them are pretty good, I think. So, but yeah, those two just sort of head and shoulders above the rest, I think, in my opinion. Before we actually carry on, we didn't miss one of our boring ones, which was Best Band. Now, honestly, we didn't have to run through the nominations because we honestly don't really care about them. Honestly, I think we did. It was Best Band Performance, and I picked Lucy's Play. I'll put the nominations on the screen. However, like I didn't really care for. What did you, just quickly before we actually move on, what did you think about Best Band Performance?
Personally, myself, I don't really get into the band groups, but I definitely did choose Play by Lucy. This is probably the only song I've listened to. Sweet as. The next category, we've got Best New Male Artist. We've got Atbo. I have never heard of Atbo, so don't at me. So I got next we have Tempest, TNX, Extraordinary Heroes, and Unite. What are your thoughts, Caleb?
Now I'm gonna be honest. I actually have been keeping way more up to date in the girl group scene this year. In terms of debuts, I literally listened to every single one of the new female artists. I've only listened to 2 of the male artists, that being Tempest and Unite. So I think it's only fair that I choose one of those two. And I'm actually gonna go with Unite. I think their debut song was a really good song. And yeah, they've brought out some decent music that I enjoy. Tempest, very, very close. It was actually choosing between the two of them was actually a matter of what I believed was a better debut, and I thought Unite had a little bit of a better debut in my opinion. I feel like the feel of the song was a little bit more my style. So yeah, I went with Unite. Close second definitely was Tempest. Yeah. Or what do you remember? What did you think of the Best New Male Artist?
See, it's funny that you say that you listen to more of the female artists, because to be honest, that's me as well. I didn't really get much into the new male artist groups. Just really didn't like stick with me. I felt like, I mean, this might be a hot take, but I feel like some of the music might have been like a bit like boring, you could say. Like that's in my opinion. Like, none of these really groups stood out to me, except for Extraordinary Heroes, because that's like just straight out the back, like just hardcore rock band kind of, feels. But I did listen to some of TNX's music, so I'll probably choose TNX, but I don't really have much deep thoughts about these groups and their music, so yeah, I'm probably gonna have to just go into the next category.
Yeah, and the next category, that being Best Female Artist. Now, when I list off these when I list off these nominations, if you are not new to the channel and you've seen a few of the reactions we've done, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to guess what my friend Roman here is gonna select. But I'm just gonna let you know the nominations now. The nominations are IU, Miyeon, Nayeon, Seulgi, and Taeyeon. Now, I think we both know what you're gonna pick, so I'm gonna say what I chose first, actually, because you're gonna go in 5 minutes. I already can see it. Yeah, I went with I went with Seulgi as well. And maybe a little bit more of a recency bias thing. I think Pop was a really good song. I Envy You was decent. IU stuff, again, like I said when I was talking about J Park and her, she's kind of, when it comes to pure talent, I believe she's kind of second to none. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of her. Obviously, everyone in this category, everybody that I'm talking about, is wildly talented, well more talented than I am, 100%. Like, that's a fact. They literally put more work, more hard work, and are much more talented than I am. So when I say she's second to none, I'm not saying everybody else is trash. I'm just saying she's really good. But yeah, I picked Seulgi. I think I've stuck with Seulgi a lot more. I think when it comes to dancing, she's one of the best. When it comes to singing, she's actually kind of underrated, even in her own group. I think, you know, people like Irene and Wendy sort of get more shine a little bit more than her, and when it comes to vocals. And I think in 28 Reasons, she kind of really showed everybody that she can really carry her own. Even though I don't think anybody really doubted that she could, I think she really held her own properly, and she did really, really well. Song was really good. All the B-sides were really good. Now, Roman, talk to me about Seulgi, because I'm pretty sure that's who you picked.
So I definitely gotta choose IU. Nah, come on. Man, there's only one person in that list that gives me goosebumps every time I listen to them. Do you know who the answer is? The answer is Seulgi. Come on, Seulgi, man. I know this is biased, but me personally, Seulgi is just so good, man. Just her 28 Reasons song was just like, oh man, far out. Man, I'm just speechless, man. Seulgi is just far out. I'm gonna stop being a fanboy now, but definitely Nayeon Pop. That popped. That song was like such a great song. It fit her. I don't know. Maybe it fit her aesthetic. The song was colorful, bright, and you know there was like the nice trendy pop. Taeyeon song Invu, or I Envy You. That was a good song. I didn't really listen to any of Miyeon's songs. So yeah, IU. I'm kind of like the same as Caleb. Definitely like her. Like she is a good singer. Like, you know what I mean. But don't really go dive deep into her music. But Seulgi, yeah, 100% Seulgi, and I hope she wins, 100%.
Alright, get into our next group, next category, which Roman will introduce now.
So we have Best Male Artists. Our nominees are J-Hope, Kang Daniel, Lim Young-woong, don't know who that is, Psy, and Zico. What are your thoughts, Caleb? I'll start off. So, man, I'm surprised J Park's not on this. Come on, J Park. Like, man, Woods, J Park, like, come on. But if I'm just, you know, basing off this list, I'm probably gonna have to go with. Oh man, this is hard because like J-Hope, More, that's such a bad song. King Daniel was a bit, you know, a bit average this year, probably below average. His music just didn't pop to me. I don't know who the hell Lim Young-woong is. So Psy, I don't like that guy's Psy as well. So my answer is Zico. I'm gonna go with Zico.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm sort of in the same boat, but I'm sort of with two. I chose King Daniel. I thought the songs he brought out this year have been really good. They've been really good. Like, they've been real good. I've enjoyed them, honestly, and like I can tell by the support that he gets that a lot of other people like it. Obviously, that's popularity. This is, for me, it's not really a popularity contest. It's who I like and who I think is good. So that doesn't really come as much into a factor. However, J-Hope, like you said, that song was cut. It was caca. I don't know who Lim Young Woon is. If that's again, apologies for the pronunciation. Psy's music is fun, but I don't say I wouldn't say I listen to Psy often. So and Zico, man, Zico's talented, but yeah, I think I had to go with Kane Daniel. I think it's a close race. It's a close race. I think it's. Yeah, I go Kane Daniel. I was actually thinking about changing up last second, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a changes fella. Yeah, pretty much I gotta go with that. But our next category, if my eyes do not deceive me, is best female group. Now in best female group we have G-Idol, aespa, Blackpink, ITZY, Red Velvet, and Twice. Now this is actually quite a loaded category, honestly. I think when we start getting into the well-established groups, you know, the groups that you know, been doing it for a while and had very much success, that's when you get into the sort of fan wars, the sort of the competitive nature of the awards here. So, you want to start this one, Roman, or do you want me to start this one?
You got it.
Go ahead, you got it.
Really?
All right, now. This actually might be a little bit of a swerve ball to Roman. I've gone with aespa.
Oh,
I think aespa have had a wonderful year. I think the songs that stand out to me obviously is Girls. That was an immaculate song, but one that flew kind of under the radar was a pre-release that I think they performed at Coachella this year.
Right.
And that was Illusion. That song is really good.
Mm-hmm.
That song was amazing. That song is really good. And when they come out with the dance performance, it killed. It killed. It was so good. That song is really good. Maybe sometimes the B-sides maybe let it down. However, I have to applaud it. And the reason I chose them ultimately was because the fact that they're 2 years in, yet they're on this list of best female groups. And it's such a, like, you have groups like Red Velvet, Twice, and Blackpink, which are such well-established groups. Been going for ages. For aespa to even be considered in this position, I feel like you have to give them the props. Obviously, I think groups like the three I just said, Blackpink, Red Velvet, and Twice. Obviously, I feel like they had also had a really good year. Red Velvet come out with Feel My Rhythm, which is such a good song. Twice with Talk That Talk, not their best, however, it was still a fairly good song. Blackpink coming out with 2 songs this year, I think one pre-release and one main title track, those being really good. However, I don't know why G-Idol is here, and ITZY's latest song, Boys Like You, you know, I recorded it, and I'm gonna be honest, that video is not coming out because I thought it was trash. Yeah, so I'm going with aespa. I think the underrated I picked the dark horse in this race, if you would say that. I'm gonna hand the floor to you now, and you know, stop my underrated time.
Funny that you thought that I was gonna think that as a curveball, but honestly, that was my answer as well. aespa, holy aespa, you've touched all bases on aespa this year. Man, they brought out what's that English song? What's the English song? I'm sorry, I'm having a what's that song called? The English song. God damn it, I forgot the English song, but anyways, they brought out that like crazy good English song, and then right into the pre-release Illusion banger. And if you Life's Too Short, that's the one. Thank you. Life's Too Short was like actually like, honestly, like not just the song itself, but like the words. Like if you just listen to the words, you just like relate to it like quite a lot. So that kind of got me in the feels. But man, aespa have had a pretty good year this year. Like, yeah, honestly, aespa, like Twice, like obviously Twice is like such a great group, but Talk and Talk definitely let them down, like in my opinion. Yeah, but man, like I just know that Blackpink most likely will probably win, but yeah, aespa, we got you.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a hot take. I feel like most people know this, but I feel like ultimately, when it comes to, I think And it's not a bad criticism. However, I just think most of the time the Mama Awards are based on popularity. Like if you had if it was awards for like social media people, like you know, the big names would probably win over the smaller names, you know, like the Mr. Beast would win and not the like the smaller channels, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like ultimately their popularity contests, I think I would be surprised if Blackpink doesn't win this. I honestly typed down Aespa as like, man, this is a devious look. Like Roman's gonna be like, I think he's gonna pick Red Velvet or he's gonna pick Twice. He might be a psycho and choose G-Idol, who knows? But you said Aespa, and I'm like, yo, you pick Aespa too? That's crazy. No, that's such a wicked. Oh, Lee. Oh well, Aespa's got our vote. I think okay. Into our next category, what is it? Which is our next one? What's our next one? Our next one is best male group. Let me just. Okay, here. Our next category is best male group. Now, in best male group, we have again a competitive list. We have BTS, ENHYPEN, NCT Dream, 17, Stray Kids, and TXT. Now, I'm gonna let you start this one off because I started off your groups. Let's see if the surprises keep coming.
This is a pretty hard category. Obviously, X on BTS. BTS definitely is not getting my vote. ENHYPEN, they definitely had a good year. I think they had a mini album and then a repackage or something like that. They had some banger music. NCT Dream, they had, what was it, Glitch Mode and Beatbox. 17, what did they have? I know they had Darling. Was Rock With You this year? Caleb? Yeah, was Rock With You this year? Bro, hot take. Bro, I can't even remember. But anyways, Stray Kids, they had what? Maniac? Case 143. And they had Circus this year. And I'm pretty sure they had a Japanese release this year. That's a contender. TXT, even though they're probably my second favorite group in this list, definitely didn't perform as they did like last year with Lose a Lover and what's it called? I Love You. But this is a really hard list. Like, I feel like any of them could win except for BTS, but in my opinion, this is a hot take. I didn't think I was going to choose them, but I think I'm going to put my vote in 17, to be honest. I'm not going to elaborate too much, but I'm going to choose 17.
Fair enough. Now, like you said, this is a very, very competitive list. Again, I feel like I said, like I'm going to say again, when you get into the more established groups, they're definitely a competitive, you know, bunch of groups. You know, they get a lot of the comebacks, they get a lot of the stuff like that. When I look at this list, I see 4, possibly 5 potential, you know, potential winners. I think yeah, as good as BTS is, and you know, the respect, you got to give them their respect. You know, they worked hard for where they're at. They definitely grinded. They are a talented bunch of lads. However, this year, if we're talking about in terms of quality this year, Yet to Come is not that good. Yet to Come is such a good song when it comes to callbacks, stuff like that, and listening to it, want to be reminiscing about BTS. However, my vote is going for NCT Dream. Now, I am well documented in saying that I'm an SM guy. I love SM. I think SM is the best company. I think they bring out the best talent. They have some of the best talent in terms of vocalists, rappers, all of that jazz. And I think NCT really brought it. Dream especially brought it this year. I think Glitch Mode was a really good song, well produced. You know, it's just all around good music. I think Beatbox is actually kind of underrated. I think a lot of people give it hate where it does not belong. I put my hand up and say I have also underrated Beatbox. I thought it was not that good when I first listened to it. However, I've turned around and sort of changed my mind on the matter. I think it's a decent song, and then their B-sides are really good. Like, they were really good, and they've just been NCT in general have always been active. They had like if we're talking about NCT in general, they brought out another album like as a NCT so that was really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go with NCT Dream. Not really much else I can say about it. Like I'll probably get labeled the SM guy, like SM simp kind of stuff like that. However, I feel like they deserve it. I feel like they bring out a lot of good stuff. They have a wild amount of talent, and yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that one. We're pretty much gonna move on to our next one, which is I think you're gonna introduce that one. Right?
So next category we have Best Vocal Performance Solo. First up we have IU, Drama, Kim Min Sok, Drunken Confusion, Lee Moo Jin, When It Snows, Lim Young Woong, Our Blues Are Life, and we have the last but not least, Taeyeon, I Envy You. I keep saying Envy. What the hell's wrong?
I'll start us off, and I'll be quick with this one because I do ramble a little bit. But I'm gonna my vote went for Lim Young Woong, which is Our Blue Live. I think his voice on there was really nice. It portrayed the emotion he wanted to. It really hit me a little bit when I listened to it, and like the deliverance of his voice, the cadence of his voice. He really has it really down pack. Every other person on the list definitely deserves to be on the list as well. Got to give you credit to everybody. They really had a wonderful performance. However, I just think I think Young is just just a little bit different. So yeah, I'll go with Our Blue Life. Let me know what you think, Roman. Who did you get?
So for me this is pretty easy. I'm gonna go with Taeyeon, I Envy You. I think she just has so many like layers to her voice that, like, we're talking about vocals, and her vocals are just so talented. She just has so many like, delicious sounds to her voice. Man, honestly, if she was in Red Velvet, man, far out, that would be so good. But anyways, that's a weird thing. Okay, next category we have is Best Vocal Performance Group. We have some bangers on this list. So we got Big Bang Still Life, BTS Yet to Come, Davichi Fanfare, Enhypen Polaroid Love, Winner I Love You. Caleb, what are your thoughts?
Now, I actually went with a little bit of a, I believe they're more of a rookie group. I went with Enhypen. I went with Polaroid Love. That song is really good. The vocals on that are really good. I think BTS, again, the vocals are really good. They're really talented. Blah blah blah. I could go on all day praising BTS because genuinely they are a talented group. They're very good at what they do. The vocalists on there are really good. However, I think Enhypen has just injected that new feel to it. I think, in my opinion, in terms of everything. They won Best New Group last year, I think, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so.
And I feel like they've carried on that with such bangers in terms of everything else. I think Polaroid Love's a really good song. Everything else, again, these are good choices. This is a hard list, bangers list, but one's got to win, right? One's got to win. And for you, Roman, who would that be? Who would be the winner for you?
I have to agree with you, Mr. Caleb. Enhypen Polaroid Love is such a great song with like great vocals. Like, there's nothing really much to like say. It's just such a great song. Good vocals, good everything, and they're such a rookie group. And I think they're gonna like it's sad to say, but BTS like going to the military. Enhypen's definitely gonna do a good job of like winning over the fans and bringing out banger music. I think Hybe's got some great talent on their crew. So yeah, definitely Polaroid Love Enhypen, 100%.
I'm just rolling down onto our next category, which I believe is on to dancing, which is my favorite of the bunch. Which is, we're gonna start with Best Dance Performance Solo. Now the nominations on that is Jessie, Zoom, Nayeon, Pop. We've got Size, That featuring Sugar. We have Sunmi's Heartburn, and we have Yena's Smiling. Now, honestly, you can start us off with this one, Raymond, because this one was kind of hard for me.
Honestly, there's quite a few good performances in this one. I definitely think most of them are quite like TikTok, you know, famous. Except for maybe Heartburn by Sunmi, that's more like real, like, I don't know how to describe dancing, to be honest, but I'm gonna say it's like more like quite what's the word, yeah, more like whole performance and like quite seductive and, you know, real nice sexy dancing and real nice choreography. But my answer, my vote is gonna go to Pop by Nayeon. I think overall the song and the dance, it just fits so well, and I think they just did such a great deed in creating a quite, what would you say, easy performance, but then also it's so catchy for everyone to like get into. So overall I definitely think Pop by Nayeon.
Yeah, I would have to agree. However, I would definitely agree that it's a really good dance, and everybody on the list does a very good job. And I agree. I actually definitely agree with the TikTok sort of thing. And I feel like it is a good it is a very good idea. I feel like for groups to do it and like solos to do it. I feel like TikTok's real. Like if you're popping on TikTok, you're popping. You know what I'm saying? So like it really is hard to look past the ones that actually like I hear constantly, which is like Pop, Zoom, That Dance, Smiley. So Heartburns definitely was a hard last for me. Not saying it's not good, like you said, it's actually really good. It really does well at what it tries to do, which is again be like more of a sexy kind of vibe. But I chose Size That with Sugar. I think that song is it's so funny, and the dance is actual like, it's so like fun to do, like, and because you know the song just goes, you know, that I like that, like that's like, it's catchy, so like, you want to like sort of, you want to pop a groove to it, you know, you want to hit one of these ones. You can't see what I'm doing, Roman, but you know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's real cool, you know. But yeah, I would say, I'll definitely say that by Psy and Sugar. And yeah, with that, on to our next one.
Alright, next one. We have Best Dance Male Performance. Sorry, I didn't say that right. But anyways, our nominees, we have NCT 127 Baddies. Oh, sorry, 2 Baddies. We have NCT Dream Glitch Mode. We have 17 Hot, Stray Kids Maniac, TXT Good Boy Gone Bad, and Treasure Jikjin. Caleb, what are your thoughts?
First of all, my thoughts are not a bad selection of songs. I actually think all of these songs are fairly decent, fairly good. I like all of them. I definitely have an order of which how much I like them compared to each other. I would pick. It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one because all these songs have really good dances. I think at the end of the day, when all said and done, I think NCT 127. 2 Baddies is such a good dance. Like it's undeniable. It's such a good dance. Ultimately, it's very well put together in terms of the variety, like breaking off into little bits of each group. It's just so good. I think Glitch Mode, amazing dance. Maniac, good yet simple in my opinion. It's actually it's not a very complex dance in terms of this. Just talking about the chorus, I think all of the songs are ultimately complex. But yeah, 2 Baddies, you know, the 2 baddies, 1 Porsche, like, you know, just the ability of Taeyong. He really carries, like, he really, you know, looking at the dancers, he just is too good at dancing, so he really draws it up the line. However, all the songs are good, like I've been saying. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, what about you, Ruben? What would you pick? I feel like from what you said, I feel like we may agree on this.
100% 2 Baddies by NCT 127. Man, talk about Taeyong. Holy, that guy is he's just too sexy. I know I'm a guy, but I don't care. I'm not gay, anything like that. But anyways, bro, holy, Taeyong just sets the platform like for NCT 127, and then everyone else just backs him up, and then just does the choreography so good. And like they just have so many like really good parts. And also freaking Mark is such a great dancer as well. Like I think maybe he would maybe you would consider him as like an underrated dancer, but man, all of them not too bad of dancers, but all together they just come together and they just sync like just like that, and like their choreography is just great, honestly.
And Mark is definitely underrated. He's
Yes.
100%. Like he's actually so good. People don't give him his credit. I think because he's a little bit in a similar, and this is gonna sound biased, Roman. 100%, you're gonna be like, yeah, but you're biased.
I'll probably agree.
He's a little bit like Seon, right?
Yeah.
In terms of there's like well and truly head and shoulders the best dancer in the group. For Mark, it's Taeyong. For Seon, it's Kai. And so when you look at the dancers below them, they may be good, but then you always think, you're always going to compare them to their group. So I think Mark does slip under the radar. He's very talented at what he does. So yeah, definitely underrated. And with that, we're gonna go on to our next one, which is Dance Again. We're gonna have best dance performance by a female group. We have again a strong list of contenders here. We have G-Idol's Tomboy. We have Blackpink's Pink Venom. We have Love Dive by IVE. That was a rhyme. Nice. We have LE SSERAFIM with Fearless. We have New Jeans' Attention, and we have Red Velvet's Feel My Rhythm. Now, I don't know about you, Roman, but I chose LE SSERAFIM's Fearless. Like I said, they have been really good this year. Like, honestly, in my opinion, if debut of the year was here, it would be them. I think Fearless was an excellent song. However, it did have a little bit of a controversy, however you like to say it, with the the little dance break with the hip thrusting to the floor. They changed that, but with it being a little bit of controversy, it was a little bit harder to choose it as the dance performance. However, I feel like both versions where they have that part in the fixed version, which they like to call it, I think both of them are really good, and I do like Pink Venom's dance. I also like IVE's dance, but yeah, LE SSERAFIM and Red Velvet, don't make me forget. But yeah, LE SSERAFIM's Fearless was definitely my choice for this category. Roman, what did you choose? I actually have no beats on what you would choose. I have no prediction.
Yeah, I think there's like a clear-cut like decision, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of people should agree to this, but I know a lot of people won't. But I'm gonna have to agree. Fearless by LE SSERAFIM. Holy, that's such a good. Come on, I'm biased, but I'm not that biased, man. It's actually a really great dance performance. They have some really good dancers in their group. Even though I think they got a ballerina, Kazuha. She's like such a great dancer. She's got like the whole flexibility ballerina type of thing to her. But also Sakura, Chaewon, I think they go under the radar as well. But yeah, definitely Fearless by LE SSERAFIM. That's like the most standout dance to me out of these nominees. 100%.
Wow, I'm not really. I was gonna say I'm surprised that we agree this much, but no, I feel like me and you have very similar tastes. So no, I'm not actually that surprised that we agree this much. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But we're on to the two big ones. The two big ones. Now we're not actually gonna write the nominees for these ones because like there's on this website there's actually a lot. And a lot of them, it says nominees for the song genre categories are automatically nominated. So we don't, we're kind of two idiots, so we don't know what that means. So pretty much, this is based on the website's, Sumpi's website of what they put under Song of the Year. So that's what we chose from. We also chose 3 for Song of the Year and Artist of the Year, just to sort of, in case some of the songs don't make it, one of them will make it. These are a list of some of the songs that are on here. They might cover my face, who knows, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna, Roman, you can start us off. We'll go one for one, how about that? You give me one of yours and I'll give you one of mine and we'll just go back and forth.
Okay, so one of my options I would choose is definitely Two Baddies. Honestly, far out. That's such a great song, man. There's nothing to say about it. Like, it just speaks for itself. Too Bad is probably one of my top options for Song of the Year.
Okay. Now, you may be surprised by this, but I also put Glitch Mode. You thought I was gonna say Two Baddies. No, yeah, I went a little bit different. I went for my first choice. This isn't in any order or anything, but yeah, Glitch Mode was one of the songs I chose for Song of the Year. I think Glitch Mode was a complete song with good rapping, good vocals, good dance, good production in the music video. I think ultimately it was a really good, really well put together song. I definitely agree Two Baddies is definitely a good song, and it's very, very well put together. You know, it's similar to Glitch Mode. But yeah, one of my songs is definitely Glitch Mode. Who knows with the other two? Yeah, ultimately, yeah, there's not much really else to say about Glitch Mode. Like I've said, I'm a SM guy. I'm a SM simp. Don't hate me. Roman, give me your second song. Sorry.
So my second song, I haven't not mentioned them like yet, but I'm gonna have to mention New Jeans' Attention. Like, I don't know, there's just something about New Jeans. Like, they just like grab my attention. Like, I feel like their music, like, is like, let me say, so their background music is like quite subtle, but then their vocals like stand out to me. So I really, really like New Jeans. They're probably like one of my upcoming really favorite girl groups. So I'll choose Attention. You know, throw in something a little bit different there.
Well, speaking of very, very different, my second song that I picked is it's Two Baddies.
Oh.
No, yeah, that was that. You said it, and I was like, oh, I can't say it as my first one. I'll leave it to my second one. No, yeah, I definitely have to agree with you. Back when you were talking about Two Baddies, it's a really good song. Well put together. The unexpected at the beginning of the song, you know, when Jaehyun, I believe it is, starts rapping, like sort of rapping, singing hybrid. That really caught me off guard, and I thought it was really cool, really nice. A lot of the members got a lot of shine to it. We did a reaction to Two Baddies, so if you guys want to see how we reacted to when it first came out, link in the description below. Go watch those. Also go watch our other reactions and other stuff like that. But yeah, definitely for my second choice, I chose Two Baddies. I thought it was really good. It was a really nice song. Two very, very hard-hitting songs for me to start off with. Roman, what's your third song that you chose? Let us know.
So for my third nominee, I'm gonna have to choose "Good Boy Gone Bad" by TXT. I think that's such a like different song. I know they're hitting, like, they've covered like a lot of genres, like, you know, they've kind of got into like the rock theme in their last, you know, 3 comebacks or something like that. But "Good Boy Gone Bad" it just gives me some type of feels. Like, I'm always listening to that song. It's just real catchy to me, and their vocals just stand out. You know, there's nothing really, you know, nothing new to say about TXT "Good Boy Gone Bad." Such a great song.
Yeah, it is a good song, and you know, it's a good thing they mentioned different, because I definitely agree. They hit a lot of the boxes when it comes to genres of music, and you know, hitting them well. But when I was trying to segue into differently. For my third one, like I said for my 2 and 1, they're very, very similar. You know, very hype up songs. 2 is a very, very feel good song. And I actually chose Smiley by by Yena. Now, I really, 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 really enjoy the song. It's like such a happy feeling song. I like it's again. I didn't really speak about it. It's sort of like your New Jeans pick. It's one that we didn't talk about throughout the video, even though Yena's been on quite a few different categories. I just think I think she deserves a little bit more than the smaller awards, quote unquote, that people would probably say. I think Smiley is a really good song and a very underrated song. I can't say with a truthful heart that I think it's gonna win. However, I feel like I needed to do it some justice and give it some attention that it's well and truly deserves. You know, I think it's a very, very complete song. Again, you know, it's very, very fun, uplifting. It makes you want to smile. You know, very much according to the name. Yeah, it's very, very good. Go listen to it. And you know, so just to freshen our memories, I've chosen for songs of the year that I have of my 3. I chose Glitch Mode, Two Baddies, and Smiley.
And I have chose Two Baddies, Attention, and Good Boy Gone Bad.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Now, we have 2 more. We have the probably the biggest award that could be awarded to a group, that being Artist of the Year. Now we're gonna do the same thing again. We have 3 that we picked. Gonna get back to back. I'll start this time, and for my first pick that I chose NCT Dream. Now I'm a SM guy. I love SM. They're the best. You know, debate me in the comments. They're the best. And NCT is a very, very, very marquee group in SM. I feel like SM really market NCT very, very well. They're very, very deserving of it. 127 is obviously, in my opinion, the more popular group. However, I think NCT Dream is a well put together group with far too much talent for this world to handle. Glitch Mode is amazing. You know, beatboxes, good, very, very good. You know, stuff like To My First, which is one of their B-sides, amazing. You know, a lot of their B-sides is really good. Arcade, you know, all of that stuff is really, really good. It's hard to really, I'll be honest, I didn't put 127 on this list, so it's very, very hard to, you know, say it. I am biased, but I also can't last year, even though you really shouldn't. But I'm just gonna cheat. I'm just gonna shithouse it and say last year they really did good as well. So yeah. Roman, hit me with your first one. What'd you pick?
aespa. I just think they just did so well this year. Like there's just nothing much to say. They just did so well. They just first they brought out a bloody a nice English pre-release song for their album. I think it was just such a sweet song, so relatable. Then they had the pre-release Illusion, such a great dance performance as well. Like it's just so catchy, you know what I mean. You can't see me dance, but you know what I mean. And then they brought out Girls, just such a banger, kind of a rock theme, but then also just crazy vocals. I think they're, even though they're not really like a complete like really good at dancing like group, but I think overall they're not too bad. Like they're not good, but they're not too bad. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's my first choice.
You know what? I respect that choice. I wholeheartedly agree. I think they covered all. I think with their 3 songs you just said, they covered them. Like they're all different. Life's Too Short's like more of a sweet song, I would describe it as. You know, Illusion is definitely more of a more hip hop sort of song, and then yeah, rock is sort of like not hardcore rock or not like rock that people would be used to. I feel like alternative rock is sort of I think that's they would call it. The reason I'm sort of going on about aespa is because they're my number 2 pick. They're my number 2 pick. I think I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think a group so early in their career, 2 years is a long time. However, 2 years in music and being introduced into the environment that they are exposed to now, you know, pressure makes diamonds, and they've definitely, I think, in my opinion, they've become diamonds. Like, I think, you know, them and my 3rd pick, kind of go sort of hand in hand of what I've been saying. I'm not gonna spoil it completely. You may be able to guess it off that. However, yeah, I think aespa had a really good year this year. Wholeheartedly, I hope they can keep that momentum going into 2023. I'll be very excited to see. Obviously, like the year's not done, and like when the Mama Awards actually come out, and you know we watch them, and you know hopefully react to them, make a video of it. Who knows? Like more songs will come out. You know, these groups, these lists might change based on new songs coming out. But, you know, at the moment, we got to, you know, play with the cards we're dealt right now. So, you know, yeah. aespa, my 2nd pick. Roman, get into it.
So my 2nd pick, I'm going to mention them again. But honestly, this is like, I feel like they're really well-rounded group. They have visuals. They got the rap. They got the vocals. They got the dance. They got everything. I'm going to say NewJeans is my 2nd pick. I've dove deep into this to this group, like watching their reality TV shows on YouTube. I've listened to all 4 of their songs, and all of them like touch base with like different type of vibes. They got Hurt, that's like more of like a nice slow song, and then they have Attention, which is like more outgoing song, and then they have Cookie. Like Cookie is such a great song. Like honestly, I don't like. Make sure you guys comment down below what you guys think, because honestly, Blue Jeans is my second pick. What about you, Kelly?
Alright, for my last and final pick for Artist of the Year, I've been with a group that I've been talking about quite a lot this video. A group that I think have had a tremendous year. They lost a member. They brought out one of my favorite songs this year. That's Le Sserafim. Like I said, Le Sserafim have been really, really good for me this year. I think I found a group. Apologies for me leaning over. I found a group that I think is gonna lead into my top 5 sooner or later for girl groups. Because currently I'm sitting at Red Velvet, Twice, Dreamcatcher. I think this is my official saying. Le Sserafim's in my top 5. I think they've done really well as a new group. They've done really, really, really well. Fearless has been such a good song. Obviously, I didn't put it into Song of the Year. However, I just wanted to put Smiley. So, but yeah, Le Sserafim, such a good group. They have one of my favorite members of iZone, and there is one, however you said it, which was Sakura. And when I saw her, I was like, man, in such a good environment for her, I think. And so, I think Le Sserafim's good. I like them. I've really, really enjoyed them. I don't know how much more I can praise them. And yeah. But just before you get into your third one, a special, like, when I look at this list, I see it, and I see groups and people like Blackpink, BTS, ENHYPEN, ITZY, IVE, J-Hope, all of them, Red Velvet, NCT 127, Stray Kids, all of them. They obviously deserve to be talked about before you get into your one, because ultimately they are really good groups. They are very, very talented. I don't know, maybe one of those ones you have said you can get more into it. So yeah, get more into your third pick. Let me know what your third pick is.
Man, this was a pretty hard choice, but my third pick was, you're gonna be very surprised about this. My third choice was and is Stray Kids. I think they had a pretty good year. They just had so many catchy songs just right off the back. Freaking Bang Chain vocals so good. Their dancing was just so good. Really underrated group, but I think they're climbing to the top. I definitely don't think they will be at the top, but they're climbing to the top and getting a lot of fans and a lot of support around them. I think they're becoming probably not one of my favorite groups, but definitely they've grown on me. I think they were a bit just real noise music before. That was my opinion on them, but I kind of changed my opinion on them, and I've really started to like them a bit more this year, especially with Mum listening to them all the time. I definitely think they just have quite different music. If you listen to some of their B-sides Superboard, and I think there was another one called Muddy Water, my mum really likes. I listen to it, and not that it's my favorite songs, but they're just really diving into different type of music genre, and they're just really playing it out really well. And I think they deserve some credit. So yeah, that's my third group.
Whoa, hold up, Ruben. We're not finished. We still have one more thing to do, which is our worldwide fan choice top 10. Now, this is, like you were saying, this is more based off fans, and this is the popularity side of the Mama Awards. Yeah, I definitely agree. Ultimately, this is just our opinions and who we believe had a good year, and based on our metric of what a good year is. Obviously, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody is welcome to their own opinion, and everybody is welcome to share their own opinions in the comments of this video, because we want to see the vast opinions of the K-pop community, and the community we love and we we very much appreciate the looking at the opinions of. Obviously, there's going to be some arguments. You know, people are going to think, you know, Asper's better than Blackpink and vice versa and stuff like that. Ultimately, it's about having fun and about being friendly to each other. You know, having opinion is one thing, but, you know, being mean to each other is just not it. So, you know, whenever there's discourse about this kind of stuff, it's always good to be a civil human being. You know, we all are enjoying K-pop music at the end of the day. We're all enjoying what we like to enjoy. So, you know, just be kind to each other. Make sure you guys are always kind to each other when we're talking about and having conversations about the best. Ultimately, there's no such thing as the best, because everyone is the best person they can be at one point in time. But we're going to get into our World Fan Choice Top 10. Or, again, our opinions of our top 5. This is more opinion based on just like who we like, so we're pretty much just gonna rack off our top 10 and, you know, maybe talk about it a little bit. But, you know, yeah, my top 10 I went with. This is my top 10, not in order, not in any order or anything like that. It's just 10 people I saw on the list of people again, and I thought, you know what, they're cool, I like them. I went with Aespa, NCT 127, NCT Dream, Dreamcatcher, and Hypen, J Park, Le Sserafim, Red Velvet, Astro, Wild Pick, and Kai, because I'm biased to Kai. Best dancer on K-pop, by the way. Again, my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below of that take. But yeah, that was my top 10 of the fan choice. Those are who I think deserve to win. Roman, let me know your top 10.
Yeah, so my top 10, I got In Hypen, From Us 9, J Park, 127, Twice, Aespa, New Jeans, NCT Dream, Le Sserafim, IVE, and Stray Kids.
Not a bad list. I feel like we constructed some good lists, honestly. I think they're very much in line with our taste. Obviously, you know, everybody's not gonna share them. Like I went on my little tirade, but you know what? I feel like that's a good video right there. I feel like there's nothing else much for us to say. We had a good time. Again, we want to see you guys comment in the comment section below. We want to see your guys' opinions, what you guys think. Is our list trash? Is our list good? You know, obviously, again, be kind to each other in the comments if you guys are commenting on this video. Roman, you have anything to say to these people before we get out of here?
Honestly, really appreciate the love. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you really love our content. You know, I've really enjoyed sitting down, going into depth into the 2022 K-pop scene. So no, it's been really good. Just touching base on, you know, some of our favorite groups this year, some of our favorite songs. You know, everything about K-pop. It's just great just to sit down and talk about it.
Yeah, we can honestly talk about it for hours. And again, Janice sends her regards. She wishes she could be here. Again, she's busy doing some life stuff. But, you know, she was here in spirit. You guys know what she picked. You didn't maybe get more depth, but hopefully she'll be able to come on one day and give you a little bit more depth. Maybe when we all maybe reacting to it, reacting to the Mama Awards. You know, she'll be able to give you guys more depth about what she thought. You know, she was here in spirit. She was here. You know what she picked. She knows what she picked. She again sent her appreciation, sent her apologies again. We've been Rokaja. You know, it's been fun again. We'll be back with another one. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Again, subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys later. Peace.